Welcome to my channel, Limitless Being. We're here, you're limitless, unless you think otherwise. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Welcome. I'm gonna jump right into the collective message. Okay. I did like a pre-spread. I'll go back and clarify. But the vibe around the collective's energy presently is something to do with a family. I'm picking this daydreaming up on all the positive possibilities with this connection, but feeling over your head in something, still trying to release something, drowning energy. Okay. And this is with a soulmate, someone you have an intimate connection with. Okay. Either you or this person could be hiding something, concealing something presently. If it's your energy, you could be hiding that you're still healing from some type of betrayal. Um, in some of the pre-shuffles, I saw like true love, it's safe to love. So you could still be processing something, or this person could be hiding something. So let's take a look and see what this is. So in the present position, collective, there is a new connection, an emotional renewal here, something that makes you very happy. Okay. Beautiful energy. It's crossed by a Three of Swords, though. This is why I said you still may be processing something, or the person that you have this connection with could have dealt with some type of betrayal, some heartbreak, and still processing this in order to be open and receive this renewal, this Ace of Cups. Ultimately, you want someone to be held accountable, maybe for hurting you, betraying your trust, but you're also taking accountability as to where you found yourself or you find yourself in a connection with Judgment out here as the best possible outcome. In the past, you definitely ended a connection, okay, with the Death card here. There was definitely an ending. So far, we have Scorpio, we have all the water signs, we have Leo, Libra, double Scorpio, and we have Gemini. In the more recent past, you may have begun a new connection. Someone that there's an emotional renewal here. But yeah, I'm picking up heavy that this over your head drowning feeling also could be with someone that you had a family with, someone that's ended. Thank you, Spirit, in the more distant past. Yeah. But there could be a new connection here for you. In a future position, we have the Strength card coming out. Okay. So you're having the courage to move forward. Whatever this betrayal, this heartbreak was, it had you boss up as far as your courage, your inner strength. You really got to see what you were made of and how you could heal and move on from something. And you did it in a very balanced way. It took a lot, though. Like whatever your worst nightmare may have been is something you confronted and you overcame, is what I'm picking up with that Strength card. Subconsciously, you're still processing, feeling it was as though it was like an ultimate betrayal, deception. It could have happened over and over. Yeah, and I see this puzzled, confused energy peeking out behind a masculine energy. It could have left this person puzzled how you actually handled this or are handling this. Or you could be puzzled on how this energy, I'm hearing, so easily betrayed you. And not just once. That's a permanent ending. That Ten of Swords. Okay. You have divine protection here. Yeah, I'm seeing. Okay, you could be a little paranoid, coming out as a feminine energy. We're dealing with this egotistical, narcissistic energy. You have divine protection, but you're guarded and cautious in love. But I see new love here for you, collective. Okay. In the strength position, you have the leap of faith. Okay. So you are going towards a new beginning. You know that as long as you put that work in, you heal that aspect of yourself that you found yourself in this past situation. That's what the judgment card is all about. That it'll be safe to move forward once you take accountability and make the necessary changes. Okay. The block is to have an open heart, like to really give way to this Ace of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups has come out in the perceived blockage or weakness. Okay. Very loving and nurturing, kind and gentle by nature, but to open yourself up to this could be a challenge with that puzzled energy, that paranoid, and we'll get into see what this betrayal ultimately was. It could have been someone hiding, concealing some type of deception that you had this intimate connection with. But I picked that more up on your concealing out of protection of your heart, of your feelings, this new connection. Um, your attitude is that you're focused on your material projects, your stability. You're very ambitious and hardworking here, attractive. You can be focused on traveling, um, pouring into yourself. Okay. And in the environment, you're perceived as like relentlessly pursuing your goals. You're not letting anything distract you, anything that you went through. If anything, it just made you stronger. Okay, very steadfast. Thank you, Spirit. The hopes and the fears is that you don't encounter another heartbreak, another heartache. You could still be ruminating. I'm hearing on the past situation, um, disappointed, and you're channeling that energy into success, forward movement, forward thinking. We still have to take the time to process. And if you turn around, there is a new connection, the Two of Cups right behind you here. So I picked that up. In the outcome, there's someone wanting to sabotage something. This person could be ruthless. I did see that narcissistic energy, but right next to it is divine protection. So no matter what their end goal is for your love life, for your stability, your career goals, your business, your education, you have protection. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit. And you're showing up at the bottom of the deck as an Empress energy. Okay. You could have children with this past person. For those that don't have children, you are just birthing the things that you're working towards. Okay. And being successful about it. Taking this leap of faith. Ending what doesn't serve you and courageously moving forward. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify this Ace of Cups in a present position. Oh, wow. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance. It could lead to like a higher level of commitment with the Ten of Pentacles, longevity, and a lot of material abundance. This is someone you're going to be able to partner up with, not just in love, but in building legacy wealth. Ten of Pentacles with this Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. This is the present energy surrounding you. Thank you, Spirit. And what is this Three of Swords about? You receive some type of truth or clarity, breakthrough on something that was very painful. Some type of betrayal in love is what I'm picking up. Okay. You see clearly now. Um, it also pushed you to continue to pursue everything from an authentic place, a place of integrity, as far as new connections coming in, which you're not going to tolerate anymore. You had a breakthrough on maybe moving forward when there were cautionary signs, or you could have just received truth as well as to what this betrayal. Let me get one more. Yeah, cause it was sudden, shocking. Okay, but the information, the news that you needed came through. Okay, you have clarity now, or you're seeking that clarity in this. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Um, the best hope outcome, we have the Judgment card, taking accountability. You want someone to actually be held accountable, maybe for something that they did that was deceptive, manipulative. I'm hearing they did not have to operate this way. Um, you know, it's really challenging when someone takes your free will away by being sneaky and deceptive. Okay. And it just makes you tighten up your circle as far as your boundaries and the things that you tolerate and not tolerate. It goes back to that, when someone shows you who they are, you believe them, and you are taking accountability with that. But you also want this person held accountable for what it is that they did. Can I get another card clarifying this Judgment? Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Swords. So you're going within, and that is a perfect way to do this, because you have all the answers there within. Sometimes they're uncomfortable, or the perception that we have of something or someone um, may cloud how we process the information, but definitely going within. You could be withdrawn. Um, Everyone has an opinion, but you could be seeking true clarity, and it caused some type of awakening, what this person did. You're very strong, ambitious, and hardworking, and I don't think you took lightly someone taking away your free will. Thank you, Spirit. The Death card, this ended and you moved forward, balanced, okay, in the more distant past. It's like you got yourself together. You could have did that introspection and you said, all right, I'm moving forward, and I am going to be successful in love in all things, okay? Staying in that vibration of love, knowing that those possibilities are still there. This person taught you a lesson. Major arcana are coming out, clarifying major arcana, okay? So you learn to go within. You had some type of awakening, enlightenment, as you call Judgment, okay? It took something very shocking, something that destabilized you, your family dynamic, your idea of the love connection, and how you handled endings, like eighth house energy with this Death card in Scorpio is very well, okay? You handled it, and chose to successfully overcome it and move forward. All right. In the more recent past, we have a Lover's connection, another major arcana. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome all. So there is a new connection here. In the more recent past, you could have met someone, and I picked up that unsure whether to open yourself back up. Thank you, Spirit. Uh-oh. You could have met someone and then emotionally withdrawn, walked away. Maybe for some of you, this is that same connection. You emotionally, in the more recent past, there was an ending after something shocking, destabilizing. You move forward, and finally you're emotionally withdrawn and not repeating a cycle. Another one. Yeah, you're very guarded and focused on your responsibilities, um, resources, your assets, your accomplishments. Okay. And strengthening your connection to the divine as well here. This could be someone that you had a marriage contract with this family card. Okay. There's new love here though, with this Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So more on this past person. Yeah, you made a decision to release this. It could have been very challenging. Finances could have been a factor as to why you stayed in something, or it took you a while to plan your escape. I'm hearing with someone that is very toxic, controlling, they're narcissistic, low vibrational, spending their time in that reptilian, mammalian brain when you're seeking higher consciousness here. Okay, awareness. Thank you, Spirit. With the Strength card showing up in the future position for the collective, okay, showing up, I'm hearing graceful, poised, and very strong, clear boundaries, finding balance within. We have Justice, and then a Page of Swords. Okay, this brings you justice, you standing in your strength, your integrity, your honesty. Also, there could be some type of communication. For some of you, if this is a marriage, court, it could be some news that comes in this future position. What is the Page of Swords? Something you're waiting on. Could be financial matters, settlements in divorce proceedings, or child support, alimony. We have a page out here. For some of you in the future position, it could be career related, but I'm picking more up of something ending, a connection ending in court, or someone being obligated financially with something. And you're waiting to hear that. If you are, that news is coming in with the Justice and the Page of Swords. And it brings balance back to your life. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. It could be a lot of conflict in the background behind this. Someone really challenging you, putting up a fight. Okay. They could have others working with them. They could be trying to manipulate the situation, causing all kind of chaos, but judgment or justice is already out here. Spirit is just encouraging you in this future energy to definitely a place of integrity here, and speak your truth over any illusions that were created. Okay. You may feel as though you're at a pause, a standstill, waiting to hear authenticity, honesty, truth, clear boundaries. Don't let this person in to manipulate, to get out of any type of financial obligations. For some, I'm hearing restraining order. Don't let them violate that. Don't you violate it if that's in place. Anything they can do to try and manipulate, because they've already come out as very, very sneaky. They could be being looked into, okay, as well. And you want that accountability. They will be held accountable with these arcanas coming out, if that applies to your story. Thank you, Spirit. Ten of Swords in the subconscious. Something very painful. Spirit, can you tell me about this Ten of Swords? Ultimate betrayal. Okay. Backstabbing. Over and over. We got a Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Nine of Swords. This could be causing you a lot of anxiety. Panic attacks. Sleepless nights. This betrayal. What is the Three of Pentacles? It could have been some type of collaboration. Someone taking action. Pooling energies, working together. And not, I want to go into that a little further, but what I'm getting from these cards is the betrayal. Seek help if you need help to process these emotions, to talk it out, write it out, however, but these emotions and mental confusion, as you process and heal from this, you could be worried about it affecting your job, what you do for your career or your business, or it is affecting it. This is subconsciously playing out. What is this Three of Cups? You could be worried about a group of people and something being reciprocated back to you. This could be that court with the justice, scales of justice here again with this Six of Pentacles. What's this Three of Cups? Yeah, you're in some type of mental imprisonment. Like I said, it could be affecting what you do, your day to day, you resting, waiting to hear some type of outcome. This could be judge energy, attorney. What's the Three of Pentacles? Emperor. Okay. That's what I see so far with that Ten of Swords. Let me see if I can get anything else. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages. I see. Diana. Thank you very much, Peyton. Okay, I did see this at the bottom of the deck. Whoever this person is that betrayed you with this Ten of Swords, they could have been non-committal, okay, or just impulsive in their actions. Of course, with the Knight of Wands, this is like passion, fire energy. The person is often led by their lower nature, but they want to come in and offer some type of apology. They want to mediate something out. Tell me more about this. Thank you, Spirit. Something in court coming out on that Devil card. Okay. They want to work something out. They want this to pay off. You're waiting for it to pay off in your favor as well. There is happiness and emotional renewal in the present position. Just a reminder with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. In the Strength position, you have the Fool card and a perceived blockage, the Queen of Cups. To open your heart again, to allow yourself to be in your authentic energy, loving. You broke free. Good. Okay. This could be a challenge to be loving, but you're fearlessly moving forward, or you have. Okay, with the Fool card. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify the Strength position with the Fool. So we have the Knight of Cups come back out with the Hierophant. You're seeking connections that align with you. Your whatever enlightenment. Okay, a higher aspect of yourself. I'm hearing divinity, so a higher vibration, a higher frequency. Someone that aligns with your spiritual and or religious practices, beliefs. Also, this could be a new love offer, because I picked that up. You could be taking, for some of you, a leap of faith and opening up. So let's look into why this opening up and being receptive to this energy, someone wanting to come in, court, date, just open up to you and start to build some type of connection with this Hierophant. What is the challenge with this Queen of Cups energy? Not wanting to open up, hard to trust anyone. Yeah, takes time. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify the Queen of Cups in the perceived blockage or weakness. Okay. So you could be more focused on stability. Okay, business. You're definitely led by your intuition. And to bring balance, the energy I'm picking up is you feel a little more safe if you can build up your finances. This dynamic could have been a lesson in financial matters. To not, I'm hearing like sell your soul, sell your authenticity, not living your truth for stability. Your intuition is guiding you to find balance with that. Okay. These challenges will persist if the connection was based on material needs. What's the King of Pentacles energy in this perceived blockage? Thank you. Being out in the cold. So you're focused on your finances. You could be trying to balance out. You could feel as though your intuition is blocked. Let me start there. Okay. With this coming out in a perceived blockage and finding that balance, coming out of this Five of Pentacles out in the cold and finding the balance in stability, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, these are challenges, perceived blockages. Once your perspective shifts, then the energy is allowed to flow and meet that new perspective. And it takes time, it takes inner work. It could be a challenge for you to be open and loving and caring after this Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, with this toxic energy, the Tower, the shock, the sudden change, waiting on the unknown. How's this going to play out? You have Justice here. Okay. Each aspect of the reading, you have a major arcana coming out. Thank you, Spirit. In the energy surrounding the collective currently, like the attitude, you're showing up Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm gonna just take the ones that turned over. So very abundant. Things are turning in your favor. All right. You're staying optimistic and hopeful. You're embracing this abundance. Yes, you're expecting it. Right. Very important. And this is allowing that will to turn in your favor, in the upright, as it's coming out here. So some of you may stay, even though there's emotional renewal. I picked up a new connection. It could just be in your stability, your finances. For some of you, it's connection, okay? But some of you may choose to stay single and pursue the things that you have ambition, okay, over a connection. Anything else on this Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Pentacles? This is beautiful, okay? And emotionally balanced and mature. Yeah, you're not as open. You're still, this is the match, okay? So if the challenge is for you to be loving and compassionate and caring, it's like you switch to your masculine energy, male or female, okay? And you're still compassionate and kind, but very wise, and you don't express as openly. King of Cups can be seen as manipulative sometimes, but it's out of self-protection, okay? You're very heart-centered. That's your foundation. You learn to speak your truth. If you had any blockages in your throat, That's not hindering you now in your throat chakra as far as your communication. And you're very courageous and bold, okay? Just looking at the chakra colors here. Yeah. So this is how you're moving, how you're operating now. In the environment, you're seen as very diligent, keeping your nose to the ground, following your ambition, letting this following the will as it turns in your favor, working very hard, staying dedicated, staying the course, okay? Adjusting the plan when you need to, and just getting to the grind. Very persistent. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles energy in the environment. So as you're like trucking along, making headway, this person from your past is trying to communicate, get a reaction, a response, send messages. You're not interested in this. You're not letting this distract you from where you're going and what you're doing. All right, this is all coming out behind this Knight of Pentacles, like this. So your back is to this person, okay? If they left you feeling out in the cold, they now feel rejected, okay? You're not interested in their cup, all right? You're not interested in the communication. They may be taking action. They may be sending messages, trying to get you to call back, to converse, to go back and forth. Nope. That is not what you're doing, collective. You're manifesting. Okay. Abundance, new opportunities. I heard that. Turning pain into power. Okay. Somebody is in despair. Okay. 5 of Cups energy in the hopes and the fears. Looking back on this connection, mistakes that were made. You could be processing these emotions. This person is left out in the cold, and as a result, 5 of Swords came out as the final outcome. So they're going to be left bitter and angry, trying to sabotage, trying to get back, trying to... They're hating on you, collective, with the 5 of Swords. Clarify this 5 of Cups. This person's delusional. It's like they're not taking accountability for all the cycles that you went through, all the things that you endured, and still maintained a place of grace, success, stability. Queen of Pentacles, okay? I say they're delusional with the 7 of Cups. This person could drink a lot, okay? Drink and or smoke certain substances. All these cups out here, okay? You could have dealt with this for a long time. Took advantage of your hardworking, loving nature. Maybe you gave it away too freely, okay? You have boundaries up now. What's the 7 of Cups? Thank you, Spirit. Clarify the 7 of Cups for the collective. Thank you. Empress coming out. So they're in despair. They don't want to let go. They don't want to feel as though they're defeated, rejecting their offer, their advances, their messages, blocking them. They've always known that you were very abundant. This person could have had addiction issues and let that get in the way of appreciating the connection, you as a person. They're in regret now. They're processing it. But they're not taking accountability, not with this 5 of Swords. This could have been a fire sign. I'm so sick of this fire sign coming out. Tell this energy to go ahead, clean your space energetically, do your spiritual hygiene, cord cutting. I put it on my website. It is available as a service now. The King of Wands comes out often. It could be a fire sign, someone that is in a leadership role, someone very protective, someone very passionate. Okay, they could be attractive, but they come out often. Clarify the Five of Swords. What is this Five of Swords? Oh, wow. Yeah, they want to sabotage this in the beginning. For some of you, you're graduating. This is leading to career success. I don't know why I just got that. Some of you are working on your bachelor's, your master's, your PhD, second degree, some type of career thing. Some of you are moving. The cycle is over, and this person does not want to let go. There's a lot of abundance. They want to sabotage this. They could be trying to create false narratives. If this King of Wands is someone that you worked with, they could be trying to give you a bad reference or distort your character or the perception of others to block these opportunities. You're standing from a place of integrity. You're being your authentic self. You have clear boundaries up against this energy, okay? You're not tolerating this behavior from them or anyone else. You're speaking out against this manipulation. They want to sabotage this. Look at all this beautiful energy. What is this, Spirit? Thank you. This is bringing you emotional fulfillment, okay? Nine of Cups. This person is also very selfish, self-centered. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles. It's coming in quick, okay? You're fearlessly moving towards this, whatever it is they're trying to do. And they definitely could be trying to character assassinate, slander, bad references, break or create blockages in partnerships and opportunities. And the Queen of Swords, you're also Queen of Wands, okay? You're all four queens. The Cups is out here, the Sword, and the Wand. And the Pentacle. What am I talking about? Where is it? Right here. Yeah. So you're the whole package. This closes out a cycle. Okay. This is how you are in Empress energy. And in the final outcome, getting closer to the final outcome, I've explained this before. Often, male or female, we start out after you go through the page in the ninth stage, you find yourself in King or Queen energy. It's usually the Cups first. You're very open and you're loving and you're nurturing. This came out in a perceived blockage. So that's a challenge now, to open yourself up and be that receptive and allow people into your heart space and extend that loving, kind energy. Okay. And then you came out as very hardworking. This is a good homemaker, has a beautiful home, works very hard, has learned a lot of financial lessons, a good parent, someone also very attractive. They like nice things, okay? And they work hard for them and they keep them well. This energy is very bold and courageous. She commands or he commands the room, okay? They're very creative, fearless, social butterfly, magnetic to the things that they want, all right? You could have had issues with your courage and your confidence because it came out of order a little bit. With this strength coming out in the future position, you're finding that confidence now. Usually it's the Queen of Cups, then we'll get the Queen of Wands, like you find yourself, you know who you are. Then you get to the Queen of Pentacles, usually in that order, and you become very productive and hardworking. You don't just rest on your laurels, you being attractive or being loving and kind. You actually put the work in and you start grinding it out. And then after a lot of hard challenging relationship situations, you finally then become the Queen of Swords, where you learn to be your authentic self, you put up clear boundaries, and you expect nothing less in return, or you're not tolerating it. And then you find yourself as Empress or Emperor. Okay, it came out a little out of order, and that's why we got the strength card in the future position, because this is coming out in the final outcome. So this connection, this person may have felt comfortable keeping you playing small. This energy cannot be contained. Okay, so you always had this energy within. You could have dimmed your light a little bit with toxic abuse. Something, like I said, that you walked away, some connection that you walked away from. And now that you've done that, you're speaking up. I've seen hard working throughout the reading, but these were the last two that came out. Clear boundaries and being bold and fearless. Okay? That was part of the lesson. And this closes out a cycle. New timeline came out with the Ace of Pentacles. You're not repeating this ever again. Okay? With this person or anyone else. Collective. This is beautiful. In each aspect, there was a major arcana that came out. The hopes and the fears is the only section it didn't, and how you are being perceived or what's happening in the environment. It came out in the final outcome. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, you're going to receive the recognition, okay, that you deserve. You're going to have the support, success, victory, okay? Surrounded by people that appreciate the qualities that you have and you extend to other people in connections. This is beautiful. Yeah. You got this person stuck. They may gain some type of enlightenment, yeah, with the sun here. If you feel like it's a period of pause, stagnation, it's to gain enlightenment for the happiness, and Spirit is saying to keep those boundaries up in place. Okay, you're standing on business and you have divine protection that came out at the beginning of the reading. Yeah. Beautiful energy. Let me get a few closing messages. That's all, folks. Are you here? I got your messages. I responded in the message and the chat. You sent the galaxy and I missed it on last night or early this morning's reading. So if here you can drop your question, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages for the collective. Wow. We got dream big, okay? Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding, all right? So any intrusive thoughts, any of that 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, mental imprisonment, small thinking, let that go. Spirit is saying to dream big. Okay? Yeah. You're not a small energy by long shot, collective. Embracing enthusiasm, all right? Shout to the heavens with happiness. All right? You went through some type of transformation here. Be grateful. Have the gratitude. It's playing out in your favor. All right. Spirit is saying to speak words of happiness, gratitude into existence, and dream big. All right. And the last one we got out is morning affirmations. Okay. Say positive affirmations each morning or rising to open the gates of manifestation. Your words are spells. You know, they manifest off of thoughts. Thoughts become things. So with all this manifestation power, I just see the magician peek out. Why not dream big and speak positive affirmations? Spirit is saying get a rising routine. Start your day that way. As you come out of the dream state, you open your eyes, pause. Start manifesting. You know, get excited about what you're going to create for that day. Give gratitude, and then let your feet hit the ground and take off running. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, soulmate relationship, new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. I knew I saw that. The Spirit wanted to really give you your accolades, okay? With the hard work that you've done on yourself and processing this, to tell you to let go of the outcome of things, be in the energy of gratitude, and take the time to heal and find that stability. This is around stability and finances and career goals and business. Achieve those things for yourself, okay? So that you can attract this type of soulmate connection. And I saw that you could be concealing this, okay? Concealing how you truly feel, what you truly want because of what you went through. But there is a soulmate connection here, a new intimate connection here for you. All right, you just got to reach into that timeline by doing the work, keeping your vibration high, dreaming big, speaking positive words of affirmation, and being grateful. Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Okay, and I got one more where I split it. Contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Okay. Yes, good afternoon. I thank you all for being here. I hope these messages were helpful. It was a beautiful reading. You overcome a lot. And just as a reminder, this is present energy. Okay? This is good stuff. All right, collective. I'm in the live now. That's all, folks. I don't see you here. I'll catch you in the next one. For everyone else, I truly appreciate you. All the support, the love, the likes, the share, subscribes, the follows. Love you all. Until next time. Bye.